Alright, and we're back after the game crashing. So I am assuming that the reason it crashed, the problem was that I didn't ramble for a while about what I was eating and drinking and that kind of thing. So I am having some hot cider that I got at I got at room temperature at the grocery store, and then I've heated up on the stove and put some cinnamon and some Four Roses in there. So that's what I'm sipping on. Here we are back again with another episode of Semper Wi-Fi plays City Skylines 2. Back here in New Islay. This is starting out today in the town of Lefroy. This is the old town over here. The old town built a little market plaza center with a little stage set up. Used the UK mixed use assets. And this was all plopping and mod heavy, so it kind of took a while. I'm glad I didn't try to do this on camera. But yeah, so this is kind of the historic part of Lefroy, Old Town, population. Got about almost 1,300 people there. And then the rest of Lefroy is kind of a basic suburb of Bowmore. Downtown Lefroy, we're at about 1,750 people. East Lefroy, a little over 5,300. And West Lefroy, as of right now, is about 2,700, excuse me. And that is what we're going to be expanding today after having done the Reservoir in the last episode. So, I did a few things off camera, just added some kind of vegetation detailing, narrowed down the district a little bit to include just kind of that, and then also did a little prep work for what will be the extension. I kind of alluded to that I was at least thinking about extending the C&O Canal down farther down the river, and so I want to do kind of a Georgetown inspired build. That will be later, but I did a little prep work there. I thought about bringing another highway exit off of here. You can kind of tell I was messing around with it. But it was just too steep. It would have been too tight of a curve to come off of this one on the right, or come onto this one on the left. It would have been too tight of a curve. So, sometimes it's just not in the cards space-wise, and that is the case here. So we'll just, if traffic becomes an issue, then there's something to address later on. I could potentially see a bridge coming across or something like that. But the Georgetown build will be a later episode. The main thing today will be building out West Lefroy and kind of finishing this suburb. But the first thing I want to do is come back over here into Brookladdock. We don't have post office or internet, so that's something I want to add in. And I think this Japanese one I want to use just because
I'm sure I've got something important, but I don't know what it is, and now I can't leave until I figure it out.
Maybe a park back here.
What if the second I step outside I realize I left the stove on or didn't lock the door?
Just at the end of this room.
I packed and unpacked 3 times, but I feel something is missing, and I can't shake the feeling it'll matter later.
That asset fits in okay.
If I leave now, I'll definitely get halfway there and remember something critical I can't go without. The clock is
And
moving
now for
faster,
the
like it knows I'm not ready, and it can never be.
But maybe for now, the telecom tower I could maybe put on this bluff right here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. It was a little weird to kind of do nothing with this.
I feel like I'm having a dream, but better.
Space anyway. Okay, so let's go back. What I want to base this build around is educational facilities, so we need another elementary school if if we look here, we have one that's already full here in downtown Lefroy, and then we have one that's full in East Lefroy, and I think neither of them, I've done upgrades on both of them. So need that, as always, need another elementary school. We need a high school, don't have a high school over here yet. So I'll go ahead and put that in West Lefroy, and could use another college. I think that is closer to a necessity.
I'd like to go ahead and thank the sponsors of today's video.
I think when I do the Georgetown build, I want to incorporate just the OG college asset as part of the the Georgetown campus, as well as the German elementary school and high school that would be good there. So I think for this one, instead, I constantly have problems with people getting sick and stuff. I think I want to center. I'm going to delete some roads, but basically, let me turn this off. This quad here on what is actually the side of the building, I'm going to have just kind of butting up against the
Every
reservoir.
time I reach for the doorknob, I remember
That's the idea there, so we will
check or bring.
go ahead and
If
delete
I
some
rush
of
out
these
now,
roads.
something bad will
and
happen because I
I
wasn't
already know
careful
I
enough
need to
preparing.
extend this out.
I'm trapped in this cycle of checking and
And then that's gotta
rechecking
go
because
up.
the one time I don't, it'll cost me. I just know there's a deadline I've already missed, and leaving now will
Go
make
ahead.
everything worse.
Put this down, it's going to unlock
I've
something.
spent so much time making sure that I'm not
Signature
late.
building,
and
that's
I'm
always
guaranteed
nice.
I will be.
Well, I already know I want a bigger road going around. So oh, it's got that's right, the terrain is, well, there's not a whole lot I can do about that without mods, so we're just going to have to kind of
I'd like to go ahead and thank the sponsors of today's video.
Maybe it's like a little beach or something. So, I always forget about that. It's okay. In places it needs space. So, now we can build the highway infrastructure, the road infrastructure, I should say. So, I want to have one highway connection here. This is going to be, and so we'll bring this up to here, and it's going to become a one-way system. I found this kind of looks good with these median roads, and theoretically it should help diffuse traffic some. So bring that across like this. Upgrade that. Okay. And I'm going to go about to here. Let's bring that in because I'm going to create off-ramps like I like to do. Let's do talent flower bed. And so this is one of those things where it's maybe not totally realistic that you would see this junction that I like all over the place in every city. But it really works in this game well if you have a bunch of these. Like if you look at Bowmore, I just have basically a bunch of those junctions all around kind of the beltway, and I mean it just kind of manages the traffic, gives people a bunch of in and out opportunities.
What if I leave and everything unravels because I forgot something small but vital
as well? There we go.
I can't trust that I've double-checked
elementary school and the high
There's
school.
always one more thing to look at.
Over here, the UK suburban.
The thought of
roads are gonna
stepping
be for that.
outside without being absolutely certain terrifies
and now
me
with
more than
these,
saying.
I think definitely
I've rehearsed
parking lot
leaving
roads
so
are
many
gonna be
times,
good.
but every time it feels like there's a new reason to delay. I feel like the world is waiting
Parking
for
out
me to
front
rush out
without having
unprepared,
to
so it
add
can
in
prove
a
I was
bunch of,
right to hesitate.
Bunch of surface lots, which I'm already like fully converted to the parking lot road lifestyle. It's so much better. I think that'll be.
These are some questions. What if I became a podcaster?
Yep.
Whose podcast is this? Can a podcast make me more powerful than I ever imagined? Who is stopping me from podcasting?
Okay, so that is
There's been
the
some
high
questions.
school. Let's see, the elementary school. Let's get maybe here. So, yeah, that can go there.
Why am I here?
I wonder if I could get to.
Why am I here?
Around this. Yeah, I could have done that faster with mods, but I do like to not overdo the mods. Maybe some decals. This is for someone to sit and watch the students. There we go. No, I've been leaving it off pause and nobody's died. Well, actually a lot of people have died. I guess I can't say that. Look this side in. And in this town, what did I say the trees were that I was using? I think, hickory? No, it's not hickory. It is hickory. We did the chestnuts and the other one. Yeah, it's just a different size, I guess. Let me put one down, like here, and see what it looks like. I don't know. I'm not a fucking tree expert. So we're just gonna say that's a hickory. So,
If I could just slow time for 5 more minutes, maybe
yeah,
I'd
running
finally
alleyway
be ready to leave.
with
Every second that passes feels like a punishment for not already being gone.
exactly.
The longer I stay, the harder it is to leave, and the closer I get to losing the chance
I
entirely.
call this the Greater Bowmore.
I know it's irrational, but leaving feels like a
Medical
gamble I'm
University.
not ready to take.
Now, fingers crossed. Yeah, they still made it kind of weird, didn't they?
I feel like I'm having a dream, but better.
Let's see what that gives us. And then in the back, I think I'll run an alleyway.
Why am I here?
Like that. So that'll be cool.
I'm going to put a picture of a man on the screen, and it's very important you tell me if you saw him before. Remember, he could have gotten a haircut, he could be wearing his beard differently.
These
Perhaps his
German
clothing
assets
is more stylish or more country.
row houses, which is pretty cool. Doesn't matter. I want to put some just low density back here, maybe just North American. And then maybe some row housing.
Hi, my name is Simper Wi-Fi, and I have information
Here.
leading to the arrest of Chuck Mangione.
Cool. So the asset selection, or the asset, selection that there is for elementary schools, I could have more if I had the modern architecture content creator pack. I got the transit oriented one, a month or two ago or whatever. The modern architecture one, it reminds me of buildings I don't like in DC. I mean, if you go to like the Navy Yard / Capitol Riverfront area, it's a good place to go because the Nats play there. But it's like the ugliest buildings imaginable, unfortunately. So, this content creator pack kind of reminded me of that, so I just didn't really want to mess with it. These buildings are too small, so let's try interspersing some Japanese and North American mixed use.
The face
There
was
we
too
go. I'm just trying
familiar,
to find
too
some
close
close
to
to growing the
mine, but it felt like staring at a stranger wearing my skin. For a split second, I thought it was just a coincidence, but the more I looked, the more it seemed like it had my eyes.
Really,
how could I not recognize myself if that was really me, and why does the idea terrify me so much?
I love this game.
The person on the screen smiled, and it felt like a mockery of my own expressions. I rewound the clip again and again, watching trying to see where he wants his zoning right in
this extremely silly place. In fact, that's not where I want the zoning. They're just like determined to ruin my life. Thank you. We'll just stick with, I guess, the Japanese mixed use just to give it a chance to shine. I'm all about giving these content creators a chance to shine. Thank you. And then, yeah, we'll just get the whole block. Why not? That's fine.
I've always known my face, but for the first time I questioned whether I recognize it out of context. That face, my face,
yeah, like 3D here,
looked so out of place there, as though it didn't belong on TV or maybe anywhere at all.
Alleyways a little pointless, but I think
I tried to laugh it off.
I think it looks kind of odd without it.
The window looked
so
too serious, too much like the face on the screen. Maybe the reason I didn't recognize it as mine is because I don't really know myself anymore.
Cool. Okay, so another little
what if I forgot
parking opportunity there,
and that face is the only clue I'll ever get?
Well, that is a bit frustrating that it's that close. I guess I can just leave it like that. We'll just do with that. You know, I'm tempted to put a parking lot or like a parking deck because you probably see. I mean, I probably will actually on the back, but unfortunately, what that's going to do is just attract.
What if that's how I really look, and I've been lying to myself every time I look in the mirror?
Is
the face seemed wrong, like it was mine but distorted. Like seeing myself in a dream.
Just gonna bypass that entirely.
I turned off the TV, but I could still see that face in my mind staring back at me like it was accusing me of something.
And
it wasn't just the features, it was the way the person moved. The slight tilt of the head. It felt exactly like me.
So if this parking deck I'm about to put in,
what if it wasn't just me, but some version of me from another life or timeline?
Just kind of take the back way. Here, let's maybe get some more mixed use. Some low density housing over here. Okay, yeah, I mean, and this is gonna be kind of like a quad, so don't want it to be too overly decorated or anything. Yeah, cool.
The camera caught them turning their head at the right angle, and my stomach dropped. It was unmistakable. I keep telling myself it's impossible, but the nagging thought won't go away. What if I'm being watched in ways I don't understand? The longer I stared, the more the features blended into something that could have been me, or a cruel imitation of me. I don't even know if I'd recognize myself in a crowd anymore, not if I can't be sure that wasn't me on TV. The face on the screen felt like it knew something about me I didn't, like it was taunting me with my own secrets.
Cool, it's raining. We're supposed to get a lot of snow here today in a bit in real world. A bit of detail. I'll probably come back and do more of that, but everywhere else I basically just want to have forest for now and just leave some empty real estate I can come back and build yeah, so that's pretty cool. And starting to snow in the game too. Ardbeg is starting to get some snow, so that's cool. Yeah, and I think that'll kind of do it for today's build. Public transportation was in my to-do list, but I think I'm gonna leave that. Probably just do off camera. I don't think watching people fiddle around with bus lines is the best use of time. Might as well have more of them here. Mothers, don't let your children grow up to be YouTubers. Unless that's just what they want to do, and as adults they're entitled to do that. Yeah, it's got a little plaza here in West Lefroy. The Lefroy Reservoir, where the students of this high school skip class and go smoke weed, obviously. That's what that's mostly for. Then they get really freaked out sitting in these castle ruins and scaring each other and that kind of thing. So yeah, I got a bit more room back here to do something. Could put that unique factory I just got. That could be one thing that goes back there for sure. Plenty of room to put something, so that's good. Got a death wave, so let's see if... When I put this down, I noticed it was not functioning. Oh no, it is now. Okay, I had it turned off for the longest time because it literally just like wasn't doing anything. We had like a death wave, and I mean I let the sim run for a while, and we still had the death wave for hours, despite having that cemetery there. So yeah, there we go. You can do it. And this is where I'll leave you. It's raining. We're sitting in the weird bench. It's raining. We're in the bench across the street from the elementary school. It's a single bench in the middle of the big concrete median. And it's fine. It's not weird or creepy. It's just one citizen every year has the honor of being able to sit in this bench. So that's what it's for. And I guess that's a good graphic. That's the thumbnail. This is where I'll leave yous. Stay warm. And get some cider. So, okay.